I'm Italian, but saying Baschieri Pellagri is not exactly easy for me because I'm still from America. Everybody knows them as B&P. Their new green core ammo is intriguing. I've got some 7.5 high brass here, and I'm gonna fire them on some patterning paper. We're at 30 yards. This ammunition is supposed to have a 5% antimony. What does that mean to you? Well, that means it's harder, which means it keeps its spherical shape better, which also means that it should hold a consistent pattern better. So if the BBs stay the same size and same shape, they should fly the same way each time. There's one other thing that I really like about the green core ammo, because I'm not a green guy, but these wads sink. And I've already put them in water, cut one open, dropped it in the water. And the fact that it sinks is really cool to me, because I like that I'm not gonna see them floating around the shore of my favorite fishing ponds, especially at all the golf courses after the winter goose hunts. So I'm at 30 yards. I've got a modified choke. I've got 4 stations. I'm gonna shoot at the same distance 4 times. We're gonna go down range, and we're gonna see if that 5% antimony really does hold a consistent pattern. One of the hardest parts with patterning is not flinching, because then you'll never truly know what portion of your pattern is high or low, or if it's 50-50. I have to say they're soft shooting, that's for sure, for high brass. Last one. It is so hard not to flinch, but we're gonna go down range. We're gonna see how that worked out. Okay, this is a good centered shot, 50-50 spread. I mean, if I counted pellets inside of here, I'd be satisfied with that coverage. That's actually pretty good. This one, obviously I influenced the gun somewhat to the right, but if I had to say that this was the center, that would be more centered. And there's my circle. Now, one of the things you can do is you can take a clay bird like this and lay it up there. There's almost pretty much nowhere that I can put it, and there's not going to be at least a pellet through it. On this one, I seem to have done the same thing. If I had to call center of my pattern, somehow I just was off when I'm looking at the bead on top of that sight. But if I had to draw a circle around here, about, you know, with all the outside pellets, there's a couple of stragglers, you know, probably a 30-inch circle. Very consistent pattern. Let's check the last one. All right, so this one I got a little more centered up, but I'm still off my mark. Apparently I'm a little flinchy. No wonder I can't shoot clays. So put a circle around this one. I got a little big on that, but boy, that's a pretty good spread. Here again, This gun shoots probably 50-50, which means it has 50% of its pattern above the target, 50% of it below. I probably got a little bit flinchy in there because it got a little thin at the top and it's a little thicker at the bottom. But overall, I would be willing to bet that there's very consistent shot placement, definitely soft shooting. And again, I'm not a green guy, but I do like the idea that the wads are biodegradable and they sink. You won't have to look at my duck hunting wads or my sporting clay wads over your favorite fishing hole.
To see all of Gun Talk's content, go to guntalk.com, guntalktv.com, or sign up for the Gun Talk newsletter.